According to Keeping Liberty Beautiful, the U.S. spends $11.5 billion alone a year cleaning up litter. This number may seem shocking to many of you, as littering is 100% preventable. Litter is an escalating problem that is slowly killing the earth. Litter affects not only the humans, but everything around us. First, Peyton will describe how littering is a problem. Then Joshua will give us a variety of solutions, and I will discuss what the earth would look like without litter. So here's Peyton, who's going to talk about how littering is harmful for the environment.
Okay, not only is litter hurting the land that we live on, but it is also hurting the animals that live on it. So today I'm going to talk about how litter harms the land and how it harms the animals. Litter harms the land in many ways we wouldn't think of. Litter, like you're walking on the sidewalk and you see a piece of trash and you wouldn't think that that could harm the land at all. But according to a saw, litter could eventually damage the soil, which could then prevent future plants from growing there or kill the plants that are there already. This could then lead to animals losing their homes or their source of food. Which leads me to my second point on how litter harms the animals. The PETA organization gives many examples on how litter harms the animals. I'm going to give 3 examples on how litter harms the animals. The first example is how the plastic rings that get stuck around an animal's neck. This could cause the animal to then choke, or they could get stuck in branches or bushes and eventually starve. And the second example is one that many do not think of, and it's when you throw your gum or spit your gum outside. Many small animals could get stuck in the gum, which then could make them easier prey for other animals, or they could also get stuck. And they could also have the gum get stuck in many other places, like a bird can get the gum stuck on its wing, which makes it harder for it to fly to places it needs to go. My last example is how some animals mistake trash for food. So they'll end up eating the trash, which could then cause them to suffocate or choke or have the trash stuck in their stomach for a long time. So by just throwing our trash away, it could save many animals' lives and even the land. So with all these problems caused by littering, there are many solutions to help solve the littering problem. And Josh is going to name some of the solutions.
Thank you, Peyton. First off, I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about the people that litter, along with a few reasons they have for littering, and then I'll tell you a few solutions to this problem. First off, the people that litter. According to research done by Keeping America Beautiful, they found that people aged 30 years and younger are much more likely to litter than those who are older. Actually, they found that age is the best representation of whether a person is likely to litter. Now I'm going to tell you why people litter. The first reason, according to Keeping America Beautiful, is personal choice. This means that the person knows they're littering and simply chooses to do it anyway, whether there's no garbage bin around or they are just too lazy. Research shows that 81% of all litter is intentional, whether they're throwing it, flicking it, or just dropping it. The second reason people litter is because they feel it is simply not their responsibility to make sure their trash gets to a bin. Either that or they feel that someone will more than likely come around and pick it up, which usually never happens. And the third main reason that people litter is because litter attracts more litter. By this I mean that if a place is already littered, then a person is much more likely to litter there, which makes sense, because if other people are doing it, then why can't I do it too, right? Now I'm going to go over a few solutions to littering. First off, and most simplest, commit to never littering again, ever, and make your friends do the same. The easiest way to stop litter is to just not do it. The second way is to inform the community on the harms that litter is actually causing. Most people have heard that littering is bad or that they shouldn't litter, but most people don't actually know what is happening when they litter. If people are to know the harms they are actually causing to our environment, then they are much more likely to litter and to stop other people from littering. And the third way is to reduce the amount of pre-existing litter that's already out there.